Hi, it's Mark here from Newbie Prepping. Well, Rich is over in England with his family. What can I say? What a lovely year we had, you know, with restrictions and going into lockdown, not going into lockdown, having Christmas, not having Christmas. In some parts of the UK are worse than others. It's a great 3 weeks to flatten the curve, but this is, yeah, sorry, my little girl's tired already. The fresh air, you know. So a couple of things I wanted to cover in this one. Firstly, I want to say thank you to my beautiful wife who got me the excellent Christmas present this year. Not saying she doesn't do well every year, but this year was extremely good. Now, I will put a link in below. Gloves. These are knife resistant. But a little kit. Now, you're going to say, what's he got there? This is a whittling set. So, as you can see, it's got 3 knives. It's got the knife for making spoons, cups. So, I'll be doing more with this. Now, if you're going to go off-grid or bug out, this is not a major item to have, but I would say it would be a handy item to have for you to have the ability to make spoons, ladles,
and cups
out in the world. Would be really handy, especially because you can't always guarantee of your spork or your cutlery surviving throughout the time if you've bugged out. So excellent, thank you. I will put a link. I know my wife got it through Amazon. We're not going to get anything, no publicity or funding for it, but it's a nice little set. And what I'll do is I'll get her to pass the link on to Rich, so I don't look up how much it actually is, but I don't know, as I say, I don't know how much it was, so, and I don't really want to find out, so I'll just skip that when I watch this video. Right, so where do we start? The last video, a couple of people said it was a bit dark, very conspiracy, and they said they didn't think it was right. Okay, but you know me, always try and stick to some facts and probabilities. So, while the campfire's going for the cup of tea and the hot chocolate from a young lady here,
you say 7.
7. I want to show you. There's a link being put in. There'll be a link down below, but a link just here for a young woman from Camp Talks or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but she'd done a video. Now, yes, at the time it would have been conspiracy, but if you listen to what she says, you can see how right she was, you know, in what she's saying. And it come about from a legislation what Donald Trump signed off in America. And as from the thumbprint, which is conspiracy, everything's linked, you will see that even laws that are passed can be misused and used for the wrong reasons. And so for people like myself, we look at these types of things and we try and judge. Yes, darling?
And I'm just going to see if that's recording or not.
It is recording.
Oh,
Okay, you can go in.
It is.
It is. Excellent. My editor to be. So, as I was saying, the link's down for below for the legislation, so you can see it's true. The link for the video, you can see it's true, and what she's said become true. But at the time, she would have been held as a nutjob, conspiracist. So it's the little things what you need to really pay attention for, because they do snowball. One little law for one thing escalates into something else. Article just here from the Sun saying about the conspiracy, the conspiracists' fears over everyone being microchipped. The date there, as you can see, in December. A few days later, in December, in the Mail. Oh look, it's saying something what the conspiracies were saying could happen or will happen. So not a conspiracy then, if it's happening, because it can't be conspiracy if it's actually fact. Surely not. Again, the Sun in America also launched a ad saying about the microchips. So do we ever get an apology for saying our concerns and our fears or what might happen? No, because we're still kooks. You know, we're cuckoo, cuckoo, you know, with the tin hats. So it's like, great, thanks, you know. But don't worry, you carry on in your bubble. Where do I see things going? Now, again, it's hypothetical. And if I offend any of you cuckoos out there, look, I've got the t-shirt. I'm dyslexic, so if you read it, then say with the big, there you go. Right, you can sit down, darling. Okay, it's fine. Oh, you want to stand up? Okay. I've got an overseer. Someone's getting in practice, I think. And I need the practice of having someone overseeing. Now, a simple law can be misused. Yeah, as we all know. As we all know that the police like to flex their muscles and to use the law in their own way. Not all of them. There's plenty of good police officers out there, and there's plenty of bad ones. But as from the 6th of April, link below, a new, it's like a credit score, which we already had, but this is more of a social scoring. So it's for housing and jobs. Wow. So all you guys going to university, you didn't need to. Just suck up to your MP, kiss his arse, and you get a good score, you get a good job. When do we need a social score to work? Hello? What's going on? You know, I didn't know I was living in China. Seriously. You know, it's, you know, I am speechless about where this is going, you know. And this digital scoring will probably be on your smartphone, yeah. And what else is going to be put into it? If you read what they say, you can see your COVID passport will be in this, you know. So does that mean if you haven't been double jabbed, add your 2 main jabs and add your 5 boosters, because it's going to go that way, right, that you can't rent a house, rent a flat, you know, or get a job anywhere? Do you know, it doesn't make sense, but it's to their agenda. You see where I'm going. Now, found this yesterday, a digital city coming. Well, not just one. As you can see, just here, wherever it is. It's over in all of Ireland, the Republic and Northern Ireland, as you can see, covering all the major cities, from Belfast, Dublin, Cork, Galway, Londonderry, Newry, Limerick, you can see the list. So these are digital cities. These cities are going to be one of the first smart cities. Now, yes, this is going to be all voluntary, and there's going to be a lot of people thinking, oh, this is a really good idea, you know. And we all know from COP that our illustrious leader wants to do away with cash and have a cashless society. And what better way to have it on your phone? Because they would do away with cards, because what's the point of having your card if there's no cash point machines for you to get cash out? They might as well just have it on phones. Now there's problems there. Not everyone's got a smartphone, and some people don't want a smartphone. Now I know two people, you know, yes, they are elderly, and they don't know, no disrespect to them, they don't know how to use a smartphone, you know, so
Because they are too young?
too old. So where does it, how are they going to really manage this in a smart city? Well, as I say, that's where your hand comes in and getting the chip. You'll find this being rolled out under the radar as best as possible, and they will give benefits. So bank accounts would open up for you to be chipped, to have your and they will give you £100 or £50, you know. And it's been bribery, and they would hope the elderly population would die off before they bring into mandatory chipping, because your social scoring will be on there. Now, I know we covered it before, but Black Mirror or Broken Mirror, they did something similar about a society where it was all score rated. You know, China does it now. You know, if you go into a restaurant and order a portion and a half, your social score will go down because you had more than what you're supposed to. Will we be downgraded for eating meat? You know, and your score reflects on getting jobs and getting accommodation. Well, we can see that, as in Broken Mirror, that the hoity-toity society would never vote down one of their own, but if you spill a drink over them, oh, the entire table goes, oh, -1, -1, -1. Do you know what I mean? And it is a chance of that being abused, because people are arseholes. They really are. And we see that on the media now, social media. The trolls, you know, they think they're protected because they're behind a screen. We already seen in the paper a little while ago, a link here, about what the WEF has been trying to do. They wanted this, and here's a little clip of Charles Schwartz.
Aujourd'hui, au bout de ça, on parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir. Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux ou dans notre peau. Et à la fin, peut-être il y a une communication directe entre notre cerveau et le monde digital. Ce que nous voyons, c'est une sorte de fusion du monde physique, digital et biologique.
Saying back in 2016, I believe it is, his idea of what he wants to bring in, and you see many other videos of him boasting about all these companies, you know, who are part of his little network, and they all want the same thing. They all want the money. They don't want us to have the money. And these electric cars, what's going to be coming in? Look at the price of electric now. You know, they will make sure that the common folk, don't have electric cars. You know, their phrase, own nothing, be happy. Well, yes, I'll be happy when I'm off grid, and we are going off grid. Now, there was a report back about. I'm going to talk about it is linked about all the deaths, what's been happening. Now, there's a report that do not resuscitate, you know, if you have an heart attack, or do you know what I mean? But it's not, do you not resuscitate the rich, it's do not resuscitate if there's learning disabilities. What the hell? What's going on? I'm dyslexic. Now, if I have an heart attack, are they going to say, oh, it's a government issue, do not resuscitate? Because I have a learning difficulty. You know, people with Asperger's, you know, children who are disabled. You know, and it's already been an outcry about it. You know, and it's all these little things what don't get into the main media because they don't want you to know of what's actually happening. And you have to actually go to your doctor to get the do not resuscitate off your record if you go into hospital. That is ridiculous, you know. And I know we say, oh, what about the doctor's oath? There's no doctor's oath. You know, they don't swear to an oath. You know, it's just a guideline what they work to. You know, but shame on you. You know, all the clapping what people was doing for the NHS, and doctors are not resuscitating when they could. You know, just to get your numbers up for, you know, for the virus what's going around. You know, and there's people in hospitals who are dying, are on their got a week to live. They catch the dreaded lurgy, and oh, they died of the dreaded lurgy. Let's be honest, you know, before all these more restrictions coming in, be honest, you know. And we got Boris. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Peppa Pig was fun this week, wasn't it? You know, Peppa. What a plonker! He really is. But here he is, Doomsday. You know, Doomsday. There's Boris there. Blah blah blah. You know, with his mask. You know, saying 90% of people in ICU didn't have their booster. Oh, so it's not that they're unvaccinated, it's just they didn't have their boosters, because there's quite a lot of people who didn't have the first jab now. People who did have their first jab, because that was what was expected of them, but not going for their booster. And now it's 90% of you. Right, then be honest with your statistics, you know, because you're telling bullshit. Right. And now, the best one, this one, crisis over. They're not going to let this be over. But now it's over. Now it's been in that he said it's over. The government health minister, or wherever he is, yeah, has said it's over. Crisis over. Why we still have got all these restrictions for New Year? You know, Scotland can't celebrate the New Year. Wales can't celebrate New Year. Ireland, you can't have a party because of COVID. But a wedding's okay. Don't you have a party at a wedding? Oh, sorry, forgot. The new bug what's going around. It's a smart bug to go with your smart cities, because it knows, oh, that's a wedding, I'm not going to go there. Oh, they're just drunken bums going for a New Year, I'm going to go after them. Seriously, like, and you say, I'm cuckoo, you lot in them houses in Stormont, in Scotland, and you know, and coming out with all your blah blah blah. Oh my God. So, talking about, as we mentioned, the dreaded booster, here's another link from the Express. This is frightening. You know, the BMJ. You know, it's just some. Oh yeah, sorry, BMJ. Don't worry about it. It's just conspiracy paper. You know, don't worry. They're not important. You know, as links of people having strokes within 21 days of having their booster. Now, I'm sad to say I know one person who had his booster and had a stroke. Thankfully, he's okay. You know, I believe it's the first time he's had a stroke. But what about those who already had strokes before? You know, and they get the booster. Are they being told? Is there a warning that they shouldn't have the booster? But no, Boris wants everyone to be boosted. Doesn't matter about pre-medical condition. Doesn't matter that there's a chance of you having a stroke. Doesn't matter that the cure is worse than the disease. Doesn't matter. Just get your booster, because we all got to be boosted. We all got to have this jib jab. No, we don't. We need to live with it. You know. Now, thankfully, my friend's okay. You know, he's getting back together. He's got minor condition, hopefully not long lasting, but at the moment he's still recovering, and I'll be going down to see him soon. But let's be honest, really think, and instead of blaming me, because no, I haven't had my jabs, no, I'm not going to have the booster. If you know, you can make it hard for me to go into shops with, even now, right? I'm exempt from wearing a mask for personal reasons. Now, in Northern Ireland, you're not exempt from wearing a mask. Over in England, you don't have to explain why you're exempt, if you're exempt. Yeah. But Stormont, in their wise, you know, hierarchy twat of a thinking way of doing things, it says you need for people who say they're exempt, they have to prove now. We have to prove we're exempt. What happened to right for privacy? You know, not showing our medical things to Tom, Dick and Harry. You know, so you're going to get some spotty nose twat saying, I want to see your exemption certificate from the doctor. Oh, you got asthma, how bad is it? Excuse me, we've got to prove? Well, sorry, if a shop says to me, oh, I need proof that you're exempt, I'll tell you what, I'll just go and spend my money somewhere else. You know, and everyone, if any shop, you know, and this should go out as a warning for all shopkeepers, shop owners, if you ask someone to prove that they're exempt, then you don't deserve that person's money. And I urge everyone to just blank them out, ignore it, boycott them, you know. And the police now have the right to ask you as well. And obviously, if they feel that you're lying, they can arrest you. Great. Well, I'm up in the forest, mate. Come and arrest me, because I ain't going to tell you jack, you know. And what better way of making the public resent, hate, despise the police even more, with them flying drones around trying to catch people, going after people who are having coffee in the park. You know, when they break the rules constantly. You know, not all of them, some of them. I know some good, really good police officers, and I will say police officers because they are police officers, you know. And I know some really bad twats of coppers, you know, because they don't deserve the name of police officer, because they don't have my respect, some of them, but some do, and some are really good, you know. But you know, guys, it's the small little steps what governments do, you know, what brings in a massive change. Now these smart cities, Yeah, Mega City 1.
So, as you can see, my phone died. Modern technology. So, I think the last words I said was Mega City 1. So what I was trying to say is, with the new smart cities, it's going to be like the comic strips almost. You know, you're going to have. I think we have covered this before. People living in the cities, and then you're going to have people outside. And the people in the city is not going to care about the people outside. And with the social scoring and anyone outside, unless you're rich in big mansions and you have your special passes or you're flying, they won't really care about you. And, you know, that's the way I see it going way in the future. Now, if that's what happens, that's what happens, you know. But I'm not going to get chipped. It's my body, my choice, as they say. So, stick the chip somewhere. I'm not going to have it. Stick your mega cities, because I'm not having that. And as I said before, we are going to go off grid. Be self-sufficient, and if it starts a little community over here, then so be it. It starts a small community. Everyone like-minded, and we'll go from there. But what more can I say? The smart cities are coming to a cinema near you, and they're going to be policed with very harshly. You know, hopefully you won't see this guy, because this guy be complete nutter going around. But you might have some like that who think that they're judge and executioner. So let's hope that 2022 is going to be a good year. Looking forward to 2040, the big reset. Now, some of you will know what I'm talking about. Some of you think, oh, is that the WF? Well, 2040, we will see. Put it in your calendar and say, Mark said 2040. But some good news, really. The polar shift, the magnetic pole, slowed down, so it gives us a bit longer to see what happens there. I don't know if you're following him, the Mag Star Observatory, nice guy. But yeah, and I'll make sure I carry a battery pack with me next time I go out. And I want you to all have a lovely new year, you know. And I know if Rich was here, he would wish you all Happy New Year too. And that's about it. You know, your support is really appreciated, and I want to say thank you for all the subscribers what we got. You know, I didn't think it would be. I didn't think we would be growing as quick as we are, and it's good. Obviously, my face don't offend everyone. I know it offends my exes, but you know, and if it does offend you, T-shirt. Remember, T, tough. But no, they're not going to be on a little advert for you to buy. They're a simple thing, you can make them up yourself. But yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you for all your support. And the thumbs up really does matter. And the thumbs down, I can't tell how many people don't like it now, but tough. Because of some fluffy bunny unicorn people don't like being told their stuff could go down the toilet. But you know, thumbs up if you like to support us a bit more, because it does do the algorithm jargon bits and pieces which understands a lot more than I do, and it does show that we're on the right path, and there's people who agree. And if you are over in Ireland or plan to come over to Ireland, send us a message. I know Rich will go out for long walks. If you want to come along to the Campfire Talks and contribute to one of those, just give us a bell and we can arrange that. And we hopefully, if we can find a way, without having passports of any kind, or the jab passport, I'm going to try and get back over to England and do a couple camps around there, as we want to try and get done, restrictions permitting. But yeah, thank you so much again. It has been enjoyable. I wish we could have done a lot more, but we shall get there. Keep your training going. Any ideas you've got, please let us know, and we will try and implement them as best we can. First time on the channel, thank you again so much, and Happy New Year. And that's me from Newbie Prepping. Another year gone past and another one to get into. See you soon. Bye.